subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Yo, what's good, Tariq?
What's up, Moda? How are you?
Man, I'm doing good, man. All right, man, I've been listening to you for about a year now, Tariq, but I think you highly intelligent, you articulate well. I feel like you even in your timing when you talk, not to insult my intelligence, because I think I'm a well-lit bug and I retain a lot of information too.
Yeah.
But when I get in these types of conversations with people, how are you able to like keep so calm? Because I know you have the mag lessons and you do and you make have books and everything. How you able so calm when you talk to not get emotional about something that's passionate?
Right. And that's a very good question, man. Look, and that's a very good question. Thank you for the call, by the way. Just being a man is all about learning how to control your emotions. That's what being a man is. Being a man is all about, first of all, you have to master yourself. You master yourself by controlling your emotions. That's very, very important for men to learn, to control your emotions. That's the thing that gets a lot of men caught up. Dudes who go out here and do some things where they didn't control their emotions. They went out here and made an emotional decision. The jails are full of dudes who made some kind of split decision that was emotional. You did something based on emotions and threw logic out the window. You always got to use logic. That's why I say you don't follow people, you follow logic. Follow what's logical. And you do certain things, there's going to be a certain outcome. Now, if I'm talking to somebody, yeah, you can be passionate, but not emotional. I can be passionate about certain things, but try not to be emotional. You can control your emotions because a lot of times people get emotional when they feel like they're losing control. And if somebody says something reckless, I don't take it personally. You understand? Because that's them projecting for the most part. If somebody starts saying some real insulting things, that really doesn't bother me because most likely it ain't true. A lot of people just make up stuff and lying about me. I take it as a compliment. People lie on me all the time. That's a compliment because you ain't got nothing. I'm thorough. I know how thorough I am. So if you're reduced to lying, you're proving how thorough I am. So there's no reason for me to get emotional. And if people call up and give misinformation, I'm calm because I'm going to spew the truth. I'm going to counter that with facts. When people come in lying, I'm going to counter with facts. So when you have truth and facts on your side, you're not going to get emotional. Yeah. So it's all about learning how to control your emotions. That's the first step of manhood because that's what women look for. They look for a dude who's not dictated by his emotions because a lot of women are dictated by their emotions. So they need a guy who's going to be a counterbalance to that. That's why you can't have two emotional people. You can't have an emotional man and an emotional woman. That's what a toxic relationship is. A toxic relationship is basically a relationship with no balance. Somebody is going to have to be the counterbalance in the relationship. You understand? There has to be a counterbalance. And if you got two emotional ass people, that's going to be destructive. That's going to be reckless. That's not going to work. So always control your emotions. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Let's get Jim Mack. Jim Mack in the building. And Hero Gambino. What's Jim? How are you?
All right. I see out there in California, boy, them Democrats, boy, they act quick for them legal immigrants.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Yeah, so I don't want to hear no, well, we can't really do that, but they act real quick in like Chicago, LA, but when it comes time for us, we gotta go to the House, the Senate, then after that we gotta go to the FDA, and then so we can't do nothing.
Right.
But you know what I mean? So
right.
Peace, guys.
Thank you so much. Very good point. Listen, they done made Los Angeles a sanctuary city to protect the illegals from the deportation that's coming in January. They done sat here and made LA a sanctuary city. I think they're trying to do the same thing with Chicago. Now, yeah, when it's time for us to get some damn protection, don't nobody know nothing, can't nobody do nothing. When we're talking about all of these anti-Black hate crimes, they won't give us a crime bill that's specific for us. We don't get no protections whatsoever. These white supremacist groups start waltzing around these cities, yelling the N-word, and don't nobody do nothing. They start saying free speech. Um, but boy, the non-citizens, boy, they're getting all types of protections. And this is coming from the Democrats, by the way. All right, this is why the Democrats deserve the crash and burn. They deserve every bit of the smoke they're getting. Hero, what's up, man?
How you doing, brother Tariq? I've been listening to you for 5 years now,
My
man,
man.
and you've put me on to a lot of stuff, brother. Like, I don't know. I'm from Florida. I grew up in like the suburbs a little bit. I'm a FBA. My family's all from South Carolina. I got Geechee in my family. We all, we all here.
No
Um,
doubt.
but the other thing I wanted to ask is about Florida. Like, I don't really hear too much of the grassroots stuff in Florida. Like, there's not a whole lot of, I guess, community behind that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong,
But
but I'm trying to find people in my state, in my city that I can like, connect with and have these talks and stuff.
yeah, Florida has a lot of immigrants down there. You got all those Caribbean immigrants, the Haitian, Bahamian, Jamaican, and a lot of African immigrants down there. So Florida is a real hotspot for a lot of the immigrants there. But you got some of the FBA brothers and sisters who are still down there. You just gotta kind of find them online and connect with them. But they're still down there. Let's get Noel in the building.
Hi, Tariq.
Hey, Noel, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. What city you in, Noel?
Good. You're sounding better. I'm in Arkansas. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh yeah. How's it? What's going on out there in Arkansas?
Same old, same old. Not too much. Just happy that Trump won. You know,
Yeah. All
but that's just me, of course.
right. Right. So what else is on your mind, beloved?
I'm just wondering, what do you think about Biden getting us into World War III on his way out the door?
And Biden and those guys, they're trying to flood the zone with a lot of Democratic judges. They're trying to do a whole bunch of stuff on their way out the door. So I hope Biden don't crash all the way out because his mind is already bad and he's already vengeful. He's mad that they pushed him out of the way to put Kamala there. Black society made that party crash and burn. So yeah, he's gonna do a lot of FUs on his way out the door. So I hope that dude don't crash us all the way out. So these next few months are gonna be very, very interesting. All right. Let's get a couple of more people. Let's get Al Hassan. Let's get Al Hassan in the building. Al Hassan.
Yeah, what's going on, Tariq?
How you doing, Al Hassan?
I'm good, brother. I just wanted to say, in regards to the whole census thing, the black population, black American population, isn't 43 million. It's actually 35 million.
The Black American population? Hold on,
Absolutely, unfortunately.
because I could have swore we're like at 43 million. Hold on, let me.
So you have to take out the immigrants that were born here. So it's 47 million total.
Okay.
When you take out the immigrants born other places, it goes down to 43. You take out the immigrants born here, it goes to 35.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Let me look that up. All right, but thank you so much. I'm gonna look up those numbers.
No problem.
Okay, let me look that up real quick. Let me- Hold on one second. I'm gonna look that up. Hold on one second. I'm looking that up right now because yeah, I'm trying to see. Let me see. There's 47 million black people. Okay, there's 47 million. Let me see how many immigrants. Okay, I'm looking it up right now. Hold on 1 second. Immigrants, I'm looking that up. Let me see how many immigrants, the black immigrants. There's 5.1 million black immigrants in the United States. Okay, that would bring us to 43. Wait, no, wait, hold on. Let me get my numbers right. Um, Let me get my damn numbers right. Yeah, so it's 47.9 million black people. So taking away the black immigrants, that will bring us down to 43. And then I gotta crunch the ones that were already born here. Is it that many that were already born here? It might be. It might be. Interesting numbers. All right, BNI. Hop in BNI.
Yeah, for the brother who just called, I'm from the Bay Area of Florida. As far as like grassroots community, it's some guys down here called the Yaruhu in St. Petersburg, Florida. And the NOI is always cool too around that area. As far as the sanctuary city, I'm in Tampa. That Tether just called. I'm in Tampa. It's a lady named Kathy Castor, the U.S. representative, and she's almost turned Tampa full Spanish.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they I mean, I stay somewhere called Spanish Town,
Yeah.
and they're everywhere. And then you go farther east. Town and Country is completely. It's a place called Town and Country. They're like completely Spanish, and then they're starting to move towards the east and the west of Tampa, where the black people stay as well. So I mean, it's over with here.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
One of the reasons they were flooding the zone with all them immigrant groups, man, they were trying to undermine us. African Pride. Hop on, African Pride.
Hey, what up, Tariq?
What's up, African Pride?
I just want to say I voted for Trump, right, for a lot of the same reasons you had or you supported.
I
But
didn't. I didn't vote for. I didn't vote.
I'm sorry, I supported Trump, whatever, for like a lot of the reasons, because I was anti-Kamala and stuff. But what are your thoughts on like all this goofy shit going on now, where he hired Linda McMahon, the WWF entertainment lady for the Department of Education, Elon Musk, and Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this cabinet is going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm not shocked. I mean, he had some characters on his cabinet last time. So I'm just looking at how things will relate to us. That's what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at what policies are going to undermine foundational Black Americans. Let's get Hex in the building. Hex something. I don't know what that. Hold on. Hex something. I don't know what your name is. What's up, Hex?
Hey, Tariq.
Hey, what's going on, Hex?
Hey, I was just thinking, Kamala had $1 billion in her campaign cover,
Yep.
and she's 20 million in the hole,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So what made her think that she could run the nation with a fiscal history like that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. So that's why the family wasn't rocking with her. She was a train wreck that we could see a mile away. Let's get Lats. This person named Lats. What's up, Lats? All right, Lats, unmute your microphone.
Yes, yes. What's going on, Tariq?
Now, where are you? You're in Australia?
Nah, I'm far from the UK.
Lats, can you do something about? Take your headphones out. Your sound.
Can you hear me? Is it still bad? Is it still
It's
poor?
very, very bad. Headphones off.
Why? Oh, okay. Is it better now? It must be my Wi-Fi. I took the Wi-Fi off.
Yeah, it's still janky, but
I've taken my Wi-Fi off. Can you hear me now?
no, it's still janky, sir.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear.
If you can't hear me, I will drop back down and
Oh,
come back up if you let me. Can you
oh,
hear me now?
oh, I can hear you. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Yes, Tariq. Yes. Yes. Obviously, I know you guys are having in-house politics about the president, but I didn't really come to talk about that.
Okay.
I came to address some comments you made in your last stream because I was like requesting to come up, but since you had so many people, I didn't have the chance to come up. But my thing is, Tariq, like, obviously, I got respect for you because you've done a lot of things that, do you know what I mean? You can't just overlook. But at the same time, I feel like certain comments you make is very derogatory to the black culture and community in whole. I feel like, um, if people are unprivileged to live in their own native land, you shouldn't make fun of them or make them feel less of a human because they are their parents or they decided to migrate to a civilized, you know, demographic. So I'm just saying that, like, because most times you like to say, oh, like, oh, your parents or your ancestors, they migrated to this part of the world, and it's like, who isn't gonna migrate to another part of the world if it's more developed than where they're coming from?
Now here's the problem.
Yeah, go on.
Here's the problem. The problem is when you have people, not all of them, but way too many, who come from these dilapidated third world countries and they come here, some of them have the damn gall to sit here and point fingers and try to denigrate us. That's where the problem is. And way too many of them do this. And y'all never say nothing about them. You know what I notice? And I want the family in here to notice. Now, this gentleman here is criticizing me for calling out the tether class. You notice these people never call out the Myron Gaines. Y'all never sit up here and go in on Myron and the Cynthia Erivo.
I don't respect him.
Yeah, but y'all don't be going in on the Myron Gaines. These people who go out of their way to denigrate us.
But how are we supposed? How am I supposed to? Like
The same
hypothetically, even if
thing to me.
go on.
The same way you're calling up, chastising me.
I'm
I,
not
I
chastising
got
you.
a
I'm just.
listen. I got a right to chastise these ungrateful tethers who come over here after my people help them and then denigrate us the way they do. Run around here talking about how we shouldn't get reparations, the police should do whatever they should do to us and all of this. No.
But Tariq, you can't generalize. That's generalizing. That's like me saying all black people are hateful because I had one bad experience with one black person or two. You can't put us all in the same boat.
But no,
You know what I mean?
no, sir. If it's too many of them doing that and nobody's doing anything to stop them, then we're going to have to check them. And then what happens, this is the flip side. Because y'all don't check y'all people, y'all make excuses talking about that's generalizing. That's why there's an anti-immigration backlash now. That's why Trump got in office, because people became indifferent to those Myron Gaines types. Because y'all sit up here and let these people act a fool in somebody else's homeland and disrespect. And then when there's a backlash, people want to start hollering xenophobia. So yeah, I have every right to check these people who are disrespectful to me and my people over here.
Yeah, you can check people, but when you want to generalize and check a whole community, then that you're only like digging yourself. You're only digging a hole for yourself. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not denigrating.
Because yeah, you are because you're basically putting a whole race of people down just
I'm
because they are not privileged
true.
to migrate to America or whatever developed part of the world. That's what you say
No,
indirectly when you make those
no, I'm
comments.
not. You're not going to say that. I'm not putting a whole race of people down, but I'm going to remind hateful tethers of the reality of where they came from. What y'all not going to do, y'all not going to come over here telling us where we don't know where we came from, telling us we don't have any culture, because y'all do that a lot, sir. and y'all do it in a very passive aggressive way. And that's not being generalizing or no, too many people do that.
No, do you know what, Tariq? I feel like you know what it is. Yeah, I have interactions with a lot of Americans, and you see one thing about Americans, they seem to be very arrogant, and they have this sense of knowing too much. And it's like, have you even taken a flight? How can you claim to be something when you haven't even experienced it before? Like, at least take a trip to Africa before you want to talk about Africans or that subject. And I think that's just the case with a lot of Americans or just, Europeans in general. But I'm not here to judge. Do you know what I mean?
No,
I'm just saying, like, yeah, go on.
that's incorrect. First of all, many of us, we've been to Africa. Africa has been getting bigged up by one group and one group only. Foundational Black Americans, we've been the only group of people that has consistently bigged up Africa. We've been the only group of people that will defend Africans. Our people sat up here in the 1930s lining up to go volunteer to go fight for Ethiopia because we didn't want to see them get raided by Italy. We always been sitting up here standing up for Africa, making songs about apartheid, going to the international courts and to the UN to help stop apartheid. That was a movement that was over here. We were over there making records and putting our careers on the line to help the brothers and sisters over there. We've always put it on the line and stepped up to help African brothers and sisters. No other group. Even many of them over there, they ain't really doing nothing but leaving. So yeah, to say that we're just arrogant and we just don't know, we've been the main ones propping up African culture. Our artists will prop them up. Beyonce, and when people like Beyonce and others do, some of the people turn on them, like, "Oh, how dare you try to act like the Queen of Africa?" I remember they were very antagonistic towards Beyonce because she was trying to big up African culture. That's why now I think she just said, "Hell, I'm gonna embrace my FBA culture." That's
Yeah, but we all know Beyonce is a capitalist. She's just capitalizing off that moment. Do you know what I mean? Because how many times has she actually? Well, we wouldn't know, but is she really about the support? Is she really
what we're
about
supposed to do. What was she supposed?
I mean, I think we just want to see some level of consistency. If that's what she's about, then be consistent about it. You know what I mean? Don't just use a moment because don't just use a moment and try to capitalize off it because you know it's going to promote your record sales or whatever. That's what some of these. That's what Kamala is doing, right? That's what some of these people do. But I'm just
No,
saying,
because Kamala,
go on.
no, Kamala's over here trying to cosplay as us when she has no idea of the culture. Beyonce was just bigging
Yeah,
up some of the African culture. She wasn't trying to cosplay. She was just picking it
yeah,
up.
yeah. But Tariq is a form of capitalizing. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying. Is they're both capitalizing in some way, right?
yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, it's wrong if you're doing it for your sole gain. If they're doing it for their own personal gain, then that's up
No,
because you.
no. Beyonce is going to make money. Shouting out Africa, that's not taking away anything from them. That's shining some light on some of the cultural references there. So they should have capitalized off that. They should have capitalized off of it. Beyonce, this international superstar, is giving your homeland shine. Run with that instead of just hating on her. Talk about what she gonna do next. What kind of shit is that? That's what I'm talking about.
We all know like she did all of that music stuff, all of that money. She did not put it into any charity. At the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe she did, she didn't. But from face value, I don't think she did. Do you know what I mean?
But
So
she's
that's what
supposed
I'm
to.
saying.
He didn't make no money off y'all. Nobody over there gave her no
Of,
money.
but of course, she made a whole album. She made a whole Afrobeats album. So of course she made money.
Yeah, but Afrobeats came from here. So yeah, she's making money.
How did Afrobeats come from America, Tariq? Tell me that, please.
Kute got it from James Brown. That's what he said. Afrobeats came from here. They got it from us. Fela Kuti said he got that from James Brown. Where's Wani? Wani knows how to break that down smoothly. I wanted Ishmael up here. Oh, you Ish.
That's crazy, Tariq. Tariq, you made Hidden Colors. You can't say a statement like that. Come on, man. You need to reverse that statement, bro. How did Afrobeats come from America? Like you lot can have hip hop, R&B, but don't try and claim everything. You can't say
Sir,
Afrobeats came from America. That's a
yeah,
lie, bro.
Fela Kuti, where Afrobeats came from Fela Kuti. Fela Kuti said he got it from James Brown. James Brown influenced him to do it.
So if James Brown influenced him, does that necessarily mean he created a whole genre of music?
It came from
James Brown,
just like hip
no.
hop comes from foundational Black American funk. James Brown, he's the source of what hip hop became. So yeah, you do give him credit. We give him credit for hip hop. We give him credit for funk. Now hold on, let me get Ishmael in here. Ish, hop in, beloved.
Greetings, Brother Tariq. Thank you for allowing me to speak. So, first of all, Beyonce has a charitable foundation called Bay Good, which has supported several initiatives in Africa. She has fellowship programs in Burundi and actually all over the continent that helps young Africans pursue their dream and social impact. She also has a multi-year partnership with UNICEF to provide safe water to children in Burundi. And has performed multiple festivals to raise money for communities in Africa. So let's start there because Black Americans' relationship with the continent is not parasitic on our side. It's parasitic on your
There you
side. So when you talk about consistency, that's one of the consistencies. Secondly, Fela Kuti came to this country and learned from a beautiful Black American woman who is also a Black Panther and is still alive by the name of Sandra Isadora, and mentions her and coins her in his own biography that that is where he got his sound from, not just James Brown, but from that woman who's still alive, and has confirmed this herself as well. So just so you know, the issue of reciprocity is not on the Black American side, and history proves that. Thank you for letting me speak, Brother Tariq.
Thank you, beloved. Yes, indeed. Go ahead, lads.
You can't use somebody's inspiration and try and equate that as a form of, generating a form of music, because at the end of the day, all the instruments, where are they from? All the raw materials, all the production for the music, where is it from? It's not from America. It originates from Africa. So you can't just disregard that and just say because somebody was inspired by one or two singers, you're gonna now just say, oh, that solely roots from America. Like
Then name,
that it doesn't work like that.
then name,
Things don't work like that.
then name the African version of Beyonce.
All right. And then also,
And
I believe America is in like
I asked you a
35
question. Slow it down. I asked you a question, sir. If at all, because y'all do that, everything comes from Africa. Okay, then, sir, who's the equivalent of Beyonce in Africa? Who can sing and dance and perform like Beyonce in Africa? Huh?
probably nobody. How what kind of
Who's
question is that?
the equivalent of Nas, Rakim, Scarface? Who's the equivalent of them in Africa?
That's not even a valid question, Tariq.
So,
That's like comparing Toyota to Mercedes. Like you can't compare them.
but if you
You know what I mean?
use the argument that it all comes from Africa, then you would have to have an African equivalent. That's not being disrespectful. It's being illogical. That's a logical question.
No, because one is more resourceful than the other.
No,
That's just the truth. We know America is way more resourceful than Africa. So therefore, the music
sir,
industry is going to
sir,
be way more
sir,
equipped.
sir.
And
It ain't got nothing to do with resources. We could sing on them plantations. We could sing when we had nothing. We could still sing differently than anybody else on the planet.
so who has bigger media outlet
Doesn't matter.
between the two continents? How can you say it doesn't matter?
Hell, it don't matter.
How are you going to...
No, we still got the talent. The media follows the talent. You understand? The media follows the talent. Just like with hip hop. Hip hop didn't grow because of the media. It grew because of the streets, and the media had to follow the streets. You see?
So the media didn't play a big part to it.
Yeah.
Are we going to deny that?
No, the media latched on later they saw what was going on and they got their piece of it because they saw the money that was being made.
And we saw the significant difference after that, right?
The media did not make Rakim write them damn intricate rhymes he made. You understand?
Okay. So who's the biggest rapper right now?
Um,
Today? Drake, right?
Drake,
Can we agree on that?
Drake, right?
Drake. Okay. Does he get big media outlet?
Brother, what? Hold on. What animal is that in the back? What is that?
It's the birds. It's the birds. The birds chirping.
Okay,
It's like 8. It's like 8:29 over here. But
okay.
yeah.
That didn't sound like no.
So,
Okay, bro.
but yeah. So Drake, doesn't Drake get a lot of big media outplay?
Yeah, yeah. Drake is a pop artist, so yeah, he gets a lot of media outplay. He's a pop artist.
Right. Right.
I'm just talking about raw talent. But
So doesn't that contribute to his success as an artist?
right now, Drake is getting his ass whooped by Kendrick Lamar, who's a phenomenal lyricist. Who's the international version of Kendrick Lamar? You know what I'm saying? As far as talent wise. Because like look, Drake, and I like Drake, but I would put talent wise, I would say Burna Boy is on the same level as Drake. You understand? Talent wise,
No, you can't. No, they're not.
yeah. They were-
Drake got way more Grammys than Burna Boy. Burna Boy only got like 1 Grammy. Drake's got like how many Grammys?
No, I'm talking about talent wise. This raw talent, they have to me, they have the same level of talent. Yeah, Drake has more
Yeah,
Grammys and all of that, more pop records and all that. I'm just talking about raw talent. Burna Boy is on
yeah,
level as far as raw talent, singing and rapping. That's the same level. But
yeah.
now Kendrick Lamar is different. Kendrick Lamar
Yeah,
is more lyrical.
but
There's no equivalent.
But Tariq, that's subjective. You get me? Talent is subjective. But when we come to accolades and success and numbers, that's all objective. And that's what I'm focusing on. It's like you guys have the media outlet to promote that. Whereas Africa or different continents don't have that. Do you know what I mean? So on a global scale, that's why you guys frontline the entertainment industry.
But no, just this is because of the talent, because there are people who don't get a big media push, but everybody knows who they are because of the grassroots. Just like Kendrick Lamar, he was blowing up online. You understand? And through mixtapes, he was already getting a buzz. You can still get a buzz without the media. You can still get that. Look, sir, we did a rally in Washington, D.C., where thousands of people showed up a few months ago. We didn't get any media push. We got zero media push, but thousands of people still showed up. I don't get a big media push. There's thousands of people in here right now listening. Sometimes people have raw talent, raw charisma. There's a raw talent that they have that gravitates towards people. It ain't got nothing to do with the media, sir. And again, that's not to denigrate anybody, but when you start saying y'all got it all from Africa, see, people got questions about that. And that doesn't mean that we hate anybody. We're just recognizing and delineating and understanding and giving props to our own lineage. That's all that is.
Oh, fair play, fair play, fair play. But yeah, it was a nice conversation, man.
There you go. But
Like,
thank you so much, lads. Oh, Lord. Boy, the folks, man, and he again, I told you, a lot of these folks have a bug in their ass about Beyonce, and I'm glad Ish came up and broke down some of the things Beyonce was doing. Because a lot of folks, and even he had that same kind of antagonism towards Beyonce. Because Beyonce went over there, she made everything hot. So it became, a lot of them were real antagonistic. Who does she think she is? She did not do nothing for my village. It was like this weird sense of entitlement. Like if you go over here and do one of our dances, you owe us. You know, we don't owe nobody nothing. We don't owe nobody nothing. Wartime. What's up, brother?
What's up, Tariq? I wanted to clarify the record with Afrobeats.
Go ahead.
Just so people know where it comes from and the structure of it. I'm a composer and musician myself.
Okay.
And music educator. Afrobeats is funk, jazz, and soul in its original form, and that's all American. And people can Google that to fact check me, and Fela Kuti made that clear.
Yes.
Not only that, beat itself, actual beat, a boom, tap, downbeat, that's all American and European. Those instruments were not in Africa. The bass drum and the snare drum to actually make it a real consistent beat was only here. And our ancestors made all of that off the plantation with broken instruments given to them by the slave masters and plantation owners. That's the origins of that.
Yes.
Modern day Afrobeats is only sampled Black American music. There's nothing African about it. They sample people like Tony Braxton and literally just speed it up and maybe add a beat to it, which is still ours. You know what I'm saying? And anything with an R&B or a rhythm to it is 100% Black American, because no one listens to African music. Their music, you can trace the line of their music from Africa through the Caribbean all the way into Mexico. That's why it all sounds the same. You know, the same chromatic percussions and things like that. But Black American music, Afro beats, is strictly from here, funk, jazz, and soul, and that's exactly what it is. And I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, my man. Thank you so much. Brother cooked on it.
Peace
Thank
out.
you so much. That brother cook right there.
From New York Times best-selling author Tariq Nasheed comes Foundational Black American Race Baiter, the groundbreaking book shaking up the conversation on race in America. As one of the most influential voices for Black Americans today, Nasheed exposes the tactics used to manipulate, subjugate, and control Black communities. In this powerful read, Tariq Nasheed equips you with the knowledge to resist injustice and reclaim your narrative. Don't miss out on the book that's redefining the game. Foundational Black American Race Baiter, available now at official FBA.com. Get your copy today.